What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And in this particular video, I'll be reviewing Real Housewives in Atlanta, Season 7. Why did I say 7? Okay. It's episode 19, okay? Sorry, it's a little bit late. I'm doing another week take. I just finished doing the review of... I did do one for the Blood, Sweat, and Heels. And it was kind of... If y'all seen the episode, it was kind of an emotional episode. So I'm gonna try to make myself, a little bit more jumpy and exciting, because that was pretty sad to me. But anyway, shout out to my YouTube fam, my old new subscribers, and like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe. You're not subscribed already. Alright, so let's get in this episode. It was one of those like peaceful type of episodes. What's up? Honestly, a lot of times these last past 16 months. Sorry, y'all. I've been looking at my other YouTube fam, my other fellow YouTubers' reviews in order to catch up, because I've been stopped watching the episodes. Because last episode I think I watched was when Apollo, the last time we seen him, when he was at the house. I really thought maybe that was the last one I watched, I think, or somewhere along the lines. Okay. Anyways, let's get into it. Now, the only way to the Philippines, which is going to be like 20-30 hours, right? We're at the airport. Phaedra's first in the limousine. Portia got about 17 goddamn boxes. Talking about she gonna, change her clothes or something before she get on the plane. She's trying to look cute. She still had these high heels on, whatever. But I don't know why I thought maybe she might actually wear sneakers this time and stuff. No. But why does she need 17 bags? I mean, she has 7, but I'm just saying, like, she, average person be thinking, is that for you? And who else is coming along? Are they all your bags? Okay. So she convinced Phaedra to get out the car. Because Phaedra, called Portia. I'm going to stay here until it's time for us, to get ready to get on the plane. Portia lets out. And Phaedra ends up telling the ladies, and Demetria just pops up out of nowhere. I don't know where she came from. And like I said, I've been listening to reviews, and nobody else been talking about it. So maybe she just popped out of nowhere. And hopefully, later on in the episode, when I was looking at it, they'll allow her go past 1 or 2 sentences. I mean, or at least make it to 2 or 3 paragraphs or something, Give her hope. But they did give her 4 sentences, I think, this time. So, but that's a paragraph, But, so Nene ends up chiming in and texting Phaedra and saying she can't make it because it turns out that, well, we all know, and this is not a lie, so it ain't like some BS on Nene's part, that she did end up having to go to emergency, or at the end of surgery or something like that for blood clots for being on the plane too much or something. So I understand she wasn't cleared by a doctor, so I don't blame her. I care something about something called my health. You know what I mean? So she ended up, we were seeing her this time again separate. She's getting ready for the play, do her stepmother, thing for Cinderella. And, when the guys go over, she's trying to say she want to incorporate 2 accents as her Nene and something else. And I guess she's trying to do that British accent or something, or darling or something, whatever, right? And she trying to say Cinderella, Silhouette, something. And the guy, because it's like this, I guess the director or somebody who's over that, he was like this, basically, no, we don't want contemporary urban. In other words, it's like, we ain't got time for you doing some goddamn slang. And I think he was letting her know, like, the way you're, you gotta talk as if you're in those times, with fairy tale stuff like that. You gotta be more infused at fairy tale shit, delighted, okay? Not, stuff like that. So, we get another scene. Greg shows a surprise, which her name is on the display for the play. That little thing. Greg do this dance. And okay. Alright. And that's, I think, then we see Nene until next episode. And she's getting ready for New York. And somebody makes her cry. Okay. So, back in the Philippines, we're seeing them on the plane. We see them with, probably, the cameras or whatever when they're just doing that. And the time to get there, because it's definitely jet lag and it's major time difference. They actually get there, towards 3 something in the morning for them over there. So when they go to McDonald's, they find one on the way to bus, I guess, to the resort. Phaedra is actually in the car. Candy already is like trying to straighten out this issue about wanting to her and Phaedra have some beef, right? And still, whatever the case is, or some, Phaedra don't feel like she's there. And, we see, they making comments, and one guy, they talking, not they Claudia's talking to one guy saying she want to be with Kenya. It was just like a little Melissa Mensa thing. And, does she wants a sperm donor and stuff like that or whatever. But no biggie. So when they get to the nice hotel, Claudia ends up giving Phaedra the biggest room because of what she's going through right now, right? So they just had a scene where they, show the rooms off, blah, 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 and they get ready for bed. Everybody wakes up 3 p.m. next morning, of course, because the time they go to bed is like 6 something in the morning. And, I forgot what time it is over here, but, that's what's usually nighttime for us. It's morning time for them. So, anyways, we end up seeing, them like Candy and no. Before then, Claudia invites, I think, Phaedra and offers her some, salad and stuff like that, right? And she explains to Phaedra basically like this: you know what? I've been through the divorce thing. I know how it feels. She went through depression state. Her family was trying to stop her actually from getting divorced and everything, but she went ahead through it and just going like like the emotional toll that it is from that. So I am here for you. And Phaedra, because she was like, well, what made, reaching boiling point? And this is when Phaedra was first like, I ain't about to go there. And I first thought she was like going to go off and get like more defensive. And Claudia was just like, why? But Phaedra was just basically like this, like, you know what? What she's going through with her kid, with the kid situation and all the stuff involved, and it's just a lot right now. And then we see something. It was only one other time I think I seen that Phaedra had cried. Is when she went back to work when she had her first son, and she was realizing, the attachment when she went back the first day, and she'd been with him 6 weeks, and she was living with a friend / babysitter, and I remember she was crying. I think that's the last time, only time, that I seen her cry. Alright, and then she was showing emotion, but she was like, not like, but she also, Claudia was like, because she was saying, Phaedra was saying, like, people who've been checking on me have been like, Nene and Portia, right? And then Claudia was like, what's going on with Candy? But I guess she's like, we're just going, didn't she say something about some difference? They just going through some differences or something like that, but she been there, haven't been there, something like that, and fixing Jesus or whatever the heck she was talking about. But in the confessional, she's up here talking about, some people, you see who your friends are. When, you got 4 tight flats and your muffler falls down out of your car and transmission fluids leaks everywhere. And then, who's willing to call AAA and get your car towed and pick you up. Some reference around the line, right? So, I think it's another scene that Claudia ends up telling Cynthia and Demetria, who was allowed to say her last 2 to 3 sentences of the main amount of the show, ends up, like telling them about even Phaedra cried and okay that they were like, oh my gosh, like Phaedra has feelings. Well, I mean, that's how shocked I guess as we were. So, most of us was, But so Candy and Phaedra go to get some coconut milk soaking of their feet. And I don't know y'all, but y'all remember that part where Phaedra, was wondering what was on the woman's hand. She touched her hands. I don't know if she thought the woman's titties was on her head. I don't know what was going on, okay, right? But she was like, oh, those are your hands, okay. I don't know if she thought she was going to be teabag or something. I don't know. But anyway, they just talked, and you could tell like it was just a difference of miscommunication. They, eased that along very fast. Like, what, I've been going some things. Yeah, we've going some things too, and whatever. Because, I thought we were cool, and whatever time I went to, the therapy session, people were saying like as if, like you had a problem with me. And Faye was like, no, just the thing is, everybody would call and ask how Candy spoke to me, and I would just say, no, she hasn't, but they were able to straighten it out where, sometimes, as Phaedra even said, people could have, even the closest people can have like times where, it's miscommunication or it seemed like things are minor distant, what I'm saying? So then even Candy had brought a point like, how you going to forgive, something about, I think, either giving Cynthia or Kenya and or both or something, whatever, right? She can move on with Nene and be friends with Nene. She can be, something like that with one of them, I think, and or both, okay? And, Phaedra's just like, oh, hell no. Okay, we, back to our sister, the last scene of Curl of Purple with Celie and her sister, but not us. Not us. I mean, just us, not them. Okay, sorry, it's late at night. So, she basically was talking about because Candy just wanted to indirectly also bring up about, Nene, was the one talking stuff about your, like you too, and so how y'all some became friends, and we had flashbacks. Nene did used to talk shit about Phaedra. Phaedra was basically like basic as a plastic bag. I mean, a paper bag. And her talking about, Apollo as well. She made little comments about him, about being ex-convict and all this other stuff, whatever. And so, but Phaedra, her thing was, she was trying to say, like, I guess her validation, though, that Nene was kind of, like, cool as hell, that Nene finally recognized her or something like that, and they from the same town or whatever, and, she just need to come up. But Candy was just, like, basically, like, you need to be careful in directly what she was saying, right? And then, I know that Phaedra is popular, but, that don't mean nothing just because, y'all from the same town or whatever, and she finally recognized you. Remember all the stuff she said before? Not just talk bad, but I'm just saying is, they did show the back tapes. I'm just saying, okay? But we don't know. I think, isn't Phaedra and Nene still friends to this day, I think? Okay. I don't know. But anyway, they reconciled their stuff. And so, there was a scene that they did yoga, right? And Candy was the only one. Everybody be like, else when they did the yoga, exercise, all the ladies was there. And, everybody's arm like this. Candy's the only one like, I can't, okay. And then when they lay down on the mat on their back, Candy was like, this is relaxing as hell. It just went to sleep, snoring it all, okay? Oh, God. That was the highlight of the whole entire show. And then when they turned in, she finally woke up, but she really actually went to sleep during the darn thing, okay? So, later on, the last part that stood up, because like I said, it was another one of those, I'm not going to say boring, but a lot didn't happen. But, it's the main event when we see in the goddamn previews where people knocking down, breaking glasses apart and shit. Who picked that up? Okay? But anyway, everybody comes to the Candy, when Claudia started talking, Claudia shipped in, I think she said they got chicken there, smuggled that in, because it's supposed to be vegetarian or a vegan place, and not supposed to even have alcohol. She snuck in some wine, and you got drinks, and even Cynthia, and I think Portia now was sharing a glass, whatever to taste and see was the drink weak or not, I guess Claudia was making, right? And so, anyways, we got where Claudia was like, basically like, it's time to be peace and resolve some issues. And Cynthia, wanted to, I guess, apologize to Phaedra. And I don't know, like I said, that's kind of like, we can understand, especially Phaedra being, kind of still on got a Berlin Wall right in front of her, especially, what happened. And, it went, it pertaining to Cynthia. Like, you the one who had to run with the Mr. Chocolate thing. Okay, so, by the way, remember Cynthia, and I think she brought up in the goddamn confessionals. Now she's seemed to be concerned because Claudia, she was able to open up to Claudia and knew her for about 5 seconds, but she knew her for over 5 years. Why she didn't cry with, or vent out to me and stuff like that. Angels abroad, like about 1,500 episodes ago, when Apollo's still there, and she said in confessionals out of nowhere, when he ran that club, was Demetrius like listening party, and then she's like this, Phaedra, her slip is showing, and all this stuff. She said she's Southern Belle, and various other comments where people can give a side eye sometimes, okay? But anyway. So, when Cynthia's trying to apologize, that's when Portia decides for some reason is laughing and is talking. And then Claudia's like this. What I know Candy also said in the confession was something about, she didn't understand why Claudia was trying to be a peacemaker, but girl, we want peace. And from what the lady said earlier, even in an episode or whatever, it seemed to ran better. Or some of them did, I think, like Claudia, and I think something like Demetrius, something like that, but... Now I gotta pick that up, y'all. Why did my bed of lipsticks just fall? And I'm gonna keep that in the video. I don't even feel like editing. I'm that goddamn tired. I'm not about to do this video again. This is life. I'll get to it later, okay? Anyway, I know y'all like, what the hell fell? It was my bin, one of my bins of lipsticks. So anyway, y'all. With Portia decides to talk or whatever, right? And Claudia's like, shh. And then Portia feels offended because she's talking at a time when Cynthia's trying to get it, see if she can get it. She's someone apologizing to Phaedra. And then Portia feels some type of way. And I think Kenya might have been saying something to her like, girl, why are you saying something right about now? And then Demetria is saying something as well. And then blah, blah. And then this will come, Claudia comes with a glass and ends up breaking it, to stop where, basically she's like this, like, because, Portia felt offended, but it was like, girl, it's not the time to talk now. We already know Claudia already feels some type of way about you laughing, or as is. But then on top of that, it was just like Portia felt like, I don't feel like anybody should be telling me be quiet and blah, 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 blah. Girl, it's not the time right now, okay? But anyways, Phaedra just kept it real. She was like, no, I got nothing to say to you in that. Basically, and that was it. But after that, though, like I said, it was a kumbaya moment, and then they talking about Portia's stinky leg walk, or whatever the hell we talking about, and they were just talking about ass sizes and every damn thing or whatever. But they ended where, even though, say, it's Cynthia, but wait, let me rewind that. Okay. Well, Kenya decides to input after, like, Phaedra was like, no, we done, we good. Kenya was basically saying, like, like, you did, some of the lines, like, you did me the same, it's the same type of thing, and they did do the flashback of when Kenya was, trying to talk to Phaedra and Savannah, and she was, milk pumping out the titties with the pump or whatever, and just kind of was ignoring her when she was talking, whatever. And it was kind of like the same thing. She wants to be able to talk, but you can't force it, even though whether you're right or wrong, if she doesn't want to get apology, unfortunately, whatever, right? But Phaedra was like this. I understand what Apollo did, but you did enough where it's, you basing it wrong or made the shit believable. Because, we all know some of the stuff that she did. It just kind of made it suspicious. She was like, that's why I still said what I said, whatever. But Kenya asked, can we talk about this one-on-one? And Phaedra was like, yeah. And everybody was like, okay, but that's when they went to the kumbaya mode and everything just seemed peaceful. And then we got previews in the next episode, and we even see Kenya and Phaedra hugging, which is good. And they need to move on, you know what I mean? So, but what I'm saying is, it kind of ended up in a kumbaya. The fact that Phaedra's willing to meet with Kenya, and based on when they were talking, and we see nothing but, they probably should have commercials for Kleenex, whatever. In stock, because it looked like there's gonna be a lot of crying and a lot of, I guess, book BS release this episode, whatever, right? But it's a good thing. But sorry, y'all, that's pretty much it. Besides, Candy talking about she sleeping her ass off, and then she was talking about, I'm going to pour my bunny to sleep. I know Todd don't like that, but I sure need some sleep. Right between the thing. I remember her saying some comment like that too. But yeah, it wasn't that much, but it wasn't a bad episode. It just wasn't that much going on. But it wasn't like a lot of fuckery either. It just seemed like it was a lot of woo-saw and, a meditation, or just like there seemed like more peacefulness. And the way it made it seem like as if the peacefulness, and even last episode, that a lot of peacefulness is coming because Nene is not there. There's not the cliques. It's not the, what they got, the beauties versus I don't know what the heck it is, but I mean as far as name the groups, okay? But it don't seem to have the same thing. Now, if they have on episode 67, if Miss Nene come back, and we see conflict, then it could be said like she is kind of the reason, or kind of like her aura is negative. Even though she says she's not the drama, she may be wearing the crown, Miss Drama. You know what I mean? So we don't know yet, but it's making it seem like based on 2 episodes, and even the therapy session, that it seemed to run smoother when Nene is not there. Okay? But like I said, it could be editing, it could be, just because of, but what I'm saying is, that's how it's starting to present itself. But anyway, y'all have a pleasant week, pleasant night, here's a week, and I definitely will see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care. Alrighty.